Good morning. So, I have a new piece of technology. So I apologize, I'm a little late this morning because I was trying to get my new piece of technology to work and it wasn't working. Okay, so today is the most beautiful card. It's got a dove and a butterfly and it says, Hearing Truth. Oh, it's such a beautiful card. So, I use this phrase all the time. There is a difference between hearing it and listening. So are you hearing? Are you listening? Are you hearing? What is the difference? What is the most impactful? So I'll read what the book says. And by the way, these are all coming from Earth Warriors Oracle if you haven't been keeping up with daily devotions. We're actually almost at the bottom of the deck. So I'm really excited. This Saturday I'm going to Barjan Books. I'm going to be doing readings. And while there's another Oracle set that if they still have it, I'm going to grab it because I really enjoy having these themes for the day. And I take the card with me to work. And then I take the little book with me. And it's kind of something that I use throughout the day as like a reminder or a mindfulness thing. It's an exercise, and I think it really helps. When you do it every day, you get insight, and it brings your awareness to the surface so that you can work on things. Okay. There is a deeper truth that shall bring peace to your heart, offering you guidance, comfort, and renewal. You are guided to turn within for your answers. Do not allow another to interrupt, influence, or distort your personal, trusting relationship with the divine. Allow Great Spirit to be your highest counsel always. You shall never be led astray. You shall know the words to speak and the consciousness to hold to invoke healing and set things right. Listen, for deep within, truth is known. Focus on what you know to be true by tuning into what you feel, not focusing on appearances or opinions of others. There is a voice of deep spirit within you. Anytime you want or need guidance, you have the ability to tune in to that inner voice, bringing peace, comfort, and clarity. It takes courage to turn within, rather than putting your faith in people and things of this world. But you have enough inner strength and wisdom to do this. The truth within has been spoken. Trust that in which you can hear. I think that's pretty important because I know in my life when I'll use a big one, actually, as an example. I love my grandfather. He has passed on now, but I love my grandfather, and I have a great deal of respect for him. And in my life, there was a really big decision I needed to make about my education. And I really, 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 really wanted to go into naturopathic medicine, but I had a 9-month-old son, and I wasn't sure how to make that happen. And my grandfather talked me out of it. He said, that's not a real career. That's not anything that's going to be anything in the future. Like, you need a career that's stable, that you have a guaranteed income while your children are being raised. And he was right to give me advice in the sense that I did need something stable. And maybe going out and becoming a naturopathic doctor was not the right thing. But my inner voice was screaming not to listen to Grandpa. But I did listen to Grandpa, and my life has taken an entirely different turn. But I'm still working with a naturopath, and I landed where I could do health coaching, and I'm still helping people in a natural way. And it took a naturopath to find out what was wrong with me, what my illness was that was making me so sick, so chronically ill for so long. So who's to say how my life would have been if it had been otherwise? But instead of following my truth, instead of trusting that it would all be okay, and instead of sticking to my guns and saying, no, this is the path that I want to follow, I used my backup plan. And my backup plan was to become a teacher. And I did become a teacher. And I had already been a teacher, and I was going to continue to be a teacher, and I have never stopped being a teacher. So there's always branches in the tree, and I don't always regret becoming a teacher. But there are times when I kind of wonder what my life would have been if I had gone the other direction. And listen to my inner truth, and listen to the knowingness within. And even with becoming a teacher, I have always marched to the beat of my own drummer. I got a bandstand back here. It's kind of interesting that when we find our truth, when we sit with our truth, and we really concentrate on what brings us bliss and what brings us to that place of peace where we can hear our inner knowing, it's amazing how strong we are when we tap into that. And we're strong enough to make the decisions we need to make, be damned of anybody else. And it's not be damned in a negative way. It's doing what you're meant to do, not what other people expect you to do. And that's, I think, what today's theme is listening to your inner knowing, listening to that inner peace, finding that peace, and then listening to it and following that dream. And that's a beautiful place to be, because you have a pillar of light. You are a light being, and you have the ability to shine that light being out when you follow that truth. It can be a magnificent thing. So you all have a beautiful day. Have a day of peace and blessing. Today's the full moon. Yesterday was the full moon, sorry. And today is the spring equinox. So I hope you all have a beautiful spring equinox. May St. Bridget and may the goddess Bridget bring you blessings and fire and joy in this spring day. And it's the equinox, so it's one of my favorite days. And I'm going to work today, and then I'm also going to try to figure out how to use this piece of technology to the best of my ability. YouTube, here I come. Have a blessed day. I myself am going to take the advice and make sure I have a good half hour with no technology today, because I am going to spend the rest of my day really in technology. I kind of have to. Go outside, take a walk, really enjoy nature. It's going to be beautiful. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.